Welcome to the 2022 Economic Depression and Preparation Channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday night, November 26, 2022. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel for the latest financial news. And I read all of the comments, and I appreciate all of your support as we continue all to prepare for the inevitable. Tonight, or this evening, we want to talk about briefly the rise in household debt. The rise in inflation has caused Black Friday shoppers to pull back, at least in the physical realm. Online sales apparently have been doing well, but we'll get those numbers coming out on Tuesday as to what exactly happened with the Cyber Monday Black Friday sales. I anticipate retail sales to continue to be flat this month in November and in December, even though there will be some sales happening online. It would not be enough to overcome all of the sales in retail stores like Kohl's, Macy's, and others that you know of that we normally go to, kids stores, stuff like that. So let's get right into it. Household debt soars at the fastest pace in 15 years as credit card use surges, a federal report says. This is back on Tuesday by CNBC.com. Credit card balances rose collectively more than 15% from the same period in 2021, the largest annual jump in, quote, more than 20 years, according to the New York Fed. Combination stems from a combination of robust consumer demand and higher prices. Well, we have a situation where our dollar we're getting less and less for our dollar. You go to places like Dollar General, Dollar Tree, then items there are no longer $1. They're now $2, $3. And you're getting less. The packages you're getting shrinkflation at these stores, not just at Walmart, but at many of the other retail stores. You're getting shrinkflation at a lot of our grocery stores. You're getting 20 ounces of a product instead of 40 ounces of a product. You ever see those hand towels or toilet paper? You can tell they're making them thinner, and the paper material has changed now to a cheaper grade. So we're getting shrinkflation, taking away a lot of our purchasing power. So you have to buy more of something for it to make a lasting impact. And we also see in the retail sales, we see a lot of stores are consolidating, combining. Before, if you remember in the beginning of the pandemic, back in March 2020, 2 or 3 years ago, we saw a lot of mergers happening. A lot of mergers with stores and airlines, stuff like that, in the hospitality and transportation industry. Now we're seeing shrinkflation take place. We're seeing household debt continuing to rise. The biggest contributors to that debt load came as no surprise, quote unquote, the article says, from mortgage balances, which rose $1 trillion from a year ago to $11.7 trillion, and credit card debt, which climbed to $930 billion. So what this tells us is that people were doing cash out refi on the mortgages, or either selling their homes and taking the profit, and then getting a home equity line of credit, a HELOC loan, to help weather the storm, either to pay down some bills or buy extra things that they needed to prep, or even just to keep their head above water with all the different bills that were coming in at different interest rates. And credit card debt, many people took on additional new credit. Everywhere you go, every store you go, they always, when you get to the register, what's the first thing they always ask you? Do you have a card, or do you want to sign up for a card? It could be a store like Tractor Supply. It could be, any store you go to, Home Depot, Lowe's, Sam's, any store you go to, the first thing the cashiers that are there, the agents that are there, the first thing they offer you is that, do you want to sign up for a card to save, 8% or 10% on your purchase today? They never say about future purchases. They get you in that first purchase. And there you go. So you have a card at every store you go to. Every store has a credit card of some time. Even Apple, you get emails. Apple has a credit card. Now every agency or every entity has a credit card, and this has become dangerous because now interest rates, the Federal Reserve has committed to rising interest rates at a significant pace, and we'll find out more about that on the FOMC, the Federal Open Market Committee meeting on December 13th of next month, when they're going to raise rates supposedly, allegedly, anywhere between 0.50 and 0.75%. Let me know if you think that's going to be valid in the comment. Is that going to be enough to quell this inflation? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, inflation still is at 7.7% and growing. It only came down a few percentage points. It was at 8.8% at its height. Now we're down to 7.7%. So now U.S. News and Report reported on Black Friday yesterday. They said, quote, inflation hovers over shoppers seeking deals on Black Friday. Here's people in the Apple store. Most people I saw in these malls in the Northeast and in the Southeast that I was able to travel to with family and friends, I saw a lot of people in the parking lot and a lot of bags, kind of like, you get an empty bag just to go into the store. I didn't see a lot of real purchases going on. Most people were just kind of weighing the options to see what was online, if online was going to beat what was actually in the store. Let me know what you see in your area. I saw a little decrease in actual purchase in these stores, and maybe they did online, I don't know, but online, I looked online, and we all Amazon Prime members and other members, and I didn't see that too great of a deal. I saw a few at Walmart, but it was just stuff that you already knew was going to be slashed, like electronics, a TV. Most people already have 2 or 3 TVs in their home, gaming systems for the kids, all of that, so I didn't see really good deals being slashed here. But as you can see here, cautious shoppers hunted for the best deals at stores and online retailers as they weigh their options here. Due to elevated prices for food, rent, gasoline, and other essentials, many people were being more selective. Translated to, i.e. not buying, and turning to buy now, pay later services that allow payment in installments. Well, that used to be called layaway, right? Remember we used to have layaway at Service Merchandise and Target and what's the other stores? All these stores are out of business, but now they call it a buy now, pay later. It used to be called layaway services. Now they call it buy now, pay later. Same thing. That allow payment in installments, running up their credit cards at a time when the Federal Reserve Bank is, quote, hiking rates to cool the U.S. economy. So they show people here, and one guy commented that everything is going up but your paycheck. He's exactly right. And this is here and lies the problem. The inflation in the 70s is different because, yes, we raised rates. Paul Volcker raised rates to 20% almost, yes. But people's wages were somewhat comparable. They kept up in the 70s and 80s. Now, in 2022, people's wages are not, it's an illusion. People's wages are not keeping up with inflation, and it's not keeping up with the day-to-day bills. And this is what's going to be the killer. So Black Friday online sales, they topped $9 billion in a new record. Okay, this is what this Market Watch article is saying. They're saying that overall sales for Black Friday were up 2.3% year over year. But that's not enough to make up for the yearly sales. As you know, yearly retail sales are down 12% for the whole year. That's what they're not telling you in this article. A person walks by inside a Macy's store on yesterday in Jersey City, New Jersey. And they say, look, okay, they give you a sign here and it says special 50% off select styles and sweaters. But what you have to remember is, ladies and gentlemen, the sale ticket you see, let's say you see ladies, you see a dress for $60 or $80 and they mark it down 40%. They're marking it down to the price that dress should have been at the beginning of the year. It should have been $45 all year. Now they're just marking it down to the regular price. So are you really saving on that dress? Think about it. Let me know what you think. I hope you guys have a great Saturday night and Sunday weekend. I'll be back next weekend with more information on the earnings season and also the rate hikes, the amount, how 75-point basis rate hikes is going to affect the Christmas sales and affect us as we head into the beginning of the new year, God willing. So continue to prepare. Stay safe. I'll talk to you very soon.